by Firewalk with Me. People get ready! Hey! Wow. I'm in a bad mood, so therefore I'm overcompensating by going crazy. Going crazy! Monday, July 20th, 2017. This is Coffee with Curmudgeons. And next to me is the legend, Elon Musk of Love and Rockets.
Listen, I know we just met, and I know sometimes it's hard to get through the ice-breaking period, but if you want, listen, if it helps you out, just call me Elon.
Love and Rockets. Was that like Bauhaus or David J? Who is that?
Love and Rockets.
Yeah,
that reminds me
of
like
guys in the black and...
Yeah.
You're wearing... Wait, look.
I am. It's Monday Black.
You were the lead tambourine until they kicked you out.
Hey, Mr. Tambourine Man.
And then you said, I'm going to make money on the internet and then launch actual rockets. I'll show those bandmates.
I'm going to invest in something called Yahoo.
Jason Allen.
Yes.
That's who you are.
Oh, hi. Hi, everybody. Welcome. Happy Monday. Hey, before we get started, I wanted to wish Buddha, Richard Butte, Buddha
Yes.
B. He is a fabulous 54 today.
Holy schmoly.
Yes.
That's old.
Well, I guess it's all in a state of mind. I was talking to him the other day. I said, hey, Buddha, you're turning 54, do you feel old? And he said, I feel not a day over 80. I said, that's a win.
Yeah. My grandmother once said, you are only as young as you feel.
We're in trouble, folks.
Yep. And then she dropped dead on her deathbed.
Wow.
Bing. Wow.
Wow, we may want to freshen up that story. It just comes from the abrupt halt.
No, it's my story.
Okay, sorry.
Into it.
Well, I'm just,
I kind of was not in a good mood. Hey.
No?
This was doing that. No, I was kind of not in a good mood.
You're in a foul mood?
Yes. What's new?
A mood
What's
most
new?
foul.
Yeah. I was, what was I doing? I was, I had a great, last night was great.
Excellent.
Dinner and a movie. Dinner, Sunday nights are that Twin Peaks thing, which, me and 10 other people in the world are all excited about.
Oh, more than that.
Okay, 20.
A lot of, let's be generous. It's a Monday.
Yeah.
Let's be generous. 25.
Yeah. So I was excited.
Yeah.
And so that was good. And I have it here on my Facebook. So dinner.
Okay.
Right. And show.
Dinner and show.
And what do you have with dinner? Maybe a bottle of wine.
Sure.
And so, smart guy here, really actually smart. It was like, what's the wine that you should be drinking with the Twin Peaks?
Ooh.
What wine pairs with Twin Peaks?
It's mood wine, right? Because it's ambiance.
That is true. That is true.
You got to compliment it.
Yes.
Yeah, gotcha.
And okay. So I was looking around, the Pinot Noir and all of that. There it was, right there, and it shined just like Dougie in the casino.
Yeah.
Only people who are watching. Twin Peaks will know that reference. Yeah, there it is. Ooh, and there's the wine. It's a wine that I actually like, and I used to drink in the past.
Yeah.
And I don't drink that so much red wine that much.
Yeah.
So much. But anyway, I used to have this wine. It is Syrah from the Syrah grape, which they make in eastern Washington, Columbia. There's great Syrah place. They also make it down in southern Oregon, down by the Rogue Valley. Snoqualmie wine right
Excellent.
there. Why Snoqualmie?
Why?
Why, Jason?
Why?
Where is Twin Peaks filmed? Where is Twin Peaks take place?
I'm going to go out on a branch and say Southern Oregon.
Snoqualmie.
There you go.
No, Snoqualmie's up in Washington.
Oh.
It's the little town. It's like up in Snoqualmie. That's if you go up there, you'll see all the hotel and the falls and all that stuff. So
listen,
I know. I talk way too much about Twin Peaks.
I didn't flunk geography. I didn't.
Yeah.
You know?
That's okay. I'm just. So how was your weekend?
This weekend was pretty good. Pretty low key. I felt kind of guilty though, because Saturday I'm just kind of sitting around in my bunny slippers, I got the ear, little pink ears sticking up, and I'm just got my feet resting on the ottoman, and I'm watching a little. Well, over here we call it soccer, but around the world it's football.
I missed the best. The best bits of. Yeah, I'm trying. You know what I'm trying to do? I'm trying to actually do what you do before the show, and actually, I'm trying to share out the post of the show on my Facebook.
Yeah,
but you know how it is. It's like 10 steps and shake the dice, and
Well, listen, I wouldn't be multitasking without doing more than one thing at once.
Yeah, like last night. It's weird too. When I do that, I'm looking down, and there I am on Facebook doing this.
It's multitasking.
Oh my God! So you were. So what? I kind of missed the soccer games.
Yeah, I at first I watched USA Panama.
Yeah, that
it ended in a tie,
right?
Yeah, it was kind of
USA Panama.
Yeah, and then the reason why I felt guilty.
Was when the U.S. came out?
Yeah.
Did they have or was the national anthem like Panama, dun 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 dun, dun Panama?
Right. It was weird. I looked at him. I said, "Oh my God, it's David Lee Roth."
Exactly.
No, but
woo!
Yeah.
High kicks.
Yeah, it was David Lee Roth dressed as Manuel Noriega.
Oh,
and I thought it was kind of method acting. It was good. Not quite Pacino quality, but not bad.
Yeah.
No. And then after that, I watched a friendly game between the Seattle Sounders and a team from Frankfurt.
Frankfurt on mine. No,
yes.
I don't know. Was it Frankfurt?
I don't know.
Or Frankfurt.
It's like Frankfurt EE.
on Oder.
Ooh,
see, you don't know that if you don't know geography of Germany. I think it's Frankfurt on Main.
Well, I totally botched
Frankfurt on Main is the big Frankfurt.
Yeah.
Then there's Frankfurt on Oder, which is like the people from Frankfurt on Main are like those little over there, and they're freaking Oder.
I think it was the big
Take
one.
your Oder and you get back to your little Frankfurt.
Yeah.
It's like Portland, Maine and Portland, Oregon.
You're malodorous.
Yeah.
Get back. Anyway, but I got guilty because I felt guilty because I was voting for Frankfurt. I don't like Seattle Sounders. I don't like.
Well, it's a Portland thing,
Seattle's a lovely city.
Yeah,
love Seattle to death. I'm not a big fan, except Seahawks. I'm not.
I like the Space Needle.
Yeah, Space Needle, Pike's Mark. Pike Street.
Dempsey's a good. Did Dempsey play? No, I don't know. Who knows?
No.
Oh, he's injured, right?
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That's
I
right.
was trying to think. No.
I think he is. I don't know.
No, I didn't see
Sports
Dempsey.
was Friday, and we blew it off.
Yeah. I know. I slept right through it. Interesting to note, though, I now have an alarm. Mm-hmm. I got a backup to the alarm. Then I've got a backup to the backup of the alarm. Mm-hmm. It's like the 3-strike rule, right? I mean, if I'm sleeping through three alarms, I'm in a coma at that point.
Have you ever? The best thing ever is oversleeping and missing a flight.
Ooh,
that's a real good one. You ever done that one?
No, I've never missed a flight.
Yeah, I did it one time in my life. I think one time.
It's like Johnny Dangerously. I did it once.
Yeah,
once.
Yeah, I think so. I think I can't recall when I was flying on business. No, I can't recall. Because that's the one thing. You had one job, right? You're flying on business. You got tickets. You're packing up. I gotta be in San Jose after San Diego and
you got your whole
Dallas,
itinerary,
Texas,
right? It's a fine-tuned itinerary.
Got a meeting with so and so, and you know. So you have one job, and then you fail that one job, and you're like, oh, well, look, I guess I'll take a bus. Anyway,
Guess I'll take a bus. Yeah.
Here's that wine, by the way.
Ooh,
and look. There's a button on there with Kyle McLaughlin's face on it. So we had to do that, too.
You got to do that.
Yeah. So there you
go.
It's
very Snoqualmie.
I know.
Which, as you know, Doc,
fanboy.
As you know, Snoqualmie is up in Washington.
Yes,
I just learned that fact recently.
You know, at least you know how to pronounce it, Snoqualmie.
Yeah.
It's pronounced. People have. I mean, and I can see when you look.
Snoqualmie.
Yeah, Willamette.
Willamette. Oh, that or Oregon.
Yeah.
You guys are from Oregon, aren't you?
Yeah. It's always. Mostly it's pronounced the way you sound it out.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if that's really the way it's pronounced, because I mean
Oregon,
these are native people's names.
Yeah.
These aren't the white man's names. These are the natives' names.
Right.
You know.
Right.
So who knows? Like we're probably not even
pronunciation.
Yeah.
Well,
probably not even right.
I learned some.
And then we rail on people. It's Snoqualmie. It's Willamette. You know.
Yeah,
it's like,
you noob.
Yeah.
It's Snoqualmie.
And you know. That guy in the 70s commercials with the garbage throwing out on the freeway with the headdress comes out and goes, actually, it's Willamette.
Little tear coming down the side.
It's Lord. Willamette. Oh. Look, it was a famous commercial back when we were growing up. It proved a point.
It did.
It proved a point.
Give a hoot and don't pollute. Don't be throwing your garbage out on the highway, man.
We probably can find that. People don't know what we're talking about. This is like dirty freeways. This is like early 70s.
He's walking along. There's some blurry factory in the background that's just belching smoke.
Yeah.
You know, he's rowing up in his canoe, and the water is just covered with, flotsam and jetsam.
That's right.
And then he's walking along the highway, and some guy reaches out with his old styrofoam Big Mac container and just like chucks it right at his feet. You know, he's getting splashed. His moccasins are getting splashed with special sauce. He's not a happy man. He looks up in the camera, and he kind of looks up and gives that world-weary, "What are you doing? Here comes the tear."
It starts in a canoe.
From the land of sky blue water.
It starts in a canoe.
Oh no!
This guy was famous.
He was.
He would
like screaming.
So that's cool. You're
John
in a canoe.
Screaming Eagle or something.
Oh, wait a minute. Then there's a trash newspaper. There's the belching factory.
Right.
You know, and he's like going through here.
Yeah.
It's actually a very well filmed thing, and there's a belching factory, like you said, and he's back in the canoe. And then, boom,
look at that,
beach.
look at that.
Filthy beach. This was like the early...
It's like Fort Lauderdale after spring break. Look at that.
You know, and then he's like walking around.
Yeah.
You know, this guy was, and here's all the nasty, dirty cars. Oh, right out of the
Big Mac container right there. Bam.
The garbage right at his feet. The McDonald's, and then the tear. And there we go. Yes. 1971, it says.
Right.
Or 71 things you could do to stop pollution. Keep America beautiful. It's a public advertisement. 1970. Is there? I wonder if there's a date on this. No, I don't know. But it was.
I want to say like 76.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that was it was a thing.
It's crazy, man.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
All that stuff, like you have a bottle. You drink a soda.
Sure.
Soda pop. And you throw it out the window. No, you take it back and return it for, 10 cents now, right? 5 cents, 15 cents, whatever. All that stuff didn't exist before this guy in his canoe.
What am I going to do? I don't have any plastic containers. Out the window.
Like, and Oregon was a leader in this sort of thing.
Yeah.
We led. We were
The bottle return one
we were
was
the first or second. It was like, Oregon always kind of, it's like we were the first. No, actually, you were the second. We're always like, oh yeah, we saw someone else do it, and we go, good idea, let's do that too.
Right.
Like maybe Maine or someone was the first, but we were like one of the first to implement the return the bottles. Yeah. Recycling, clean up and solve the thing where you go out and clean up the beaches. That started in Oregon on the Oregon public beaches. Go out, people get out, pick up trash, pick up the stuff. People don't remember this.
No, they don't.
They just remember, oh yeah, it's okay. There's the beach looks good. It's like, yeah, somebody did that. Before that, in the 70s, you had people driving past in their Novas throwing out their Burger King out the window at the feet of.
People in Novas really peck me off.
Well,
how dare they? Maybe a Pinot?
I had one.
Yeah?
I had one of those too.
You had a Pinot?
Oh, yeah.
Were you ever worried about getting...
No, it was a hatchback.
Oh, okay.
But, yeah. Those were 70s cars.
Yeah.
But I didn't throw my trash out the window. That's bad form.
It is bad form.
God, I mean, I can't believe, like, what people think, So interestingly enough, when you watch that commercial and you see him like he's canoeing through the trash, you're like, that's interesting. It's like, no, actually, it was a thing before people cleaned things up, and I feel like we forget that, and then we're gonna move away from it.
Right.
People start throwing their trash out the window, screaming at people, road raging. It's like, hey, what the heck happened here?
You see, that's why back in the 70s he just shed a single tear, right? He was very morose about it. Well, but nowadays, if they did that commercial nowadays, 2017...
you can't do anything in 2017.
Well, if they did it, I mean, it would be this person along the side of the road. Maybe he's got a bike. Maybe he's bicycling.
Bicycling.
He's bicycling on the side of the road, and then some guy throws out this container of whatever and hits the dude, flat in the chest, with like the Big Mac container. Not styrofoam anymore, by the way. And
exactly.
Except in 2017, the guy isn't shedding a single tear. He is chasing down that car with road rage.
Right.
And then at the very end, as you look in the hazy background and there's a factory belching smoke, the guy's face stomping the other guy on the ground.
Oh,
that's it. That's it. And cut.
And of course, he's bicycling and delivering for Postmates or Uber Eats or whatever because he's trying to pay the bicycle tax.
Right. Yeah, on a toll bridge going over the interstate. Yeah.
In the politicians like to tax people.
Yeah, see,
Oregon just passed a bicycle tax because those bicyclists aren't paying for the roads.
There's something nefarious going on with that.
You're supposed to encourage the bicycles, not discourage them.
Right.
Granted, it's a $200, but a good bike probably costs you over $200
easily nowadays. Sure. Yeah.
So if you're buying just like a
Schwinn,
beach
Huffy.
Yeah, a beach, what do they call those? Beach cruisers or whatever. Maybe you're not paying the tax, but...
Yeah.
I don't know.
There's something nefarious going on there, and I was thinking about this over the weekend, the whole toll bridge...
Bicycle tax
stuff.
Marriage and divorce.
Yeah. You see, my problem with
these guys.
My problem with all this is that that's what I thought the pot money was for.
That's exactly what they said.
Yeah, it's going to
cost millions. And everyone's like in the comments are like, what about all this money? Oh, government politicians will take your money and not give it back, period. See, look at, there I am. See, I'm Mr. Now I'm like, sound like Rush Limbaugh or something, but I don't care. You know what? It's true.
Yeah.
I mean...
Yeah.
This world's gone to hell in a handbasket.
That's right. Welcome, Happy Monday. We're the curmudgeons.
We haven't seen a...
It's gone to hell in a handbasket. Handbasket.
We haven't seen a Tomahawk missile or a cruise missile we don't like. Ooh, that's shiny. How much does that cost? Can we get 1,000 of these?
Right.
You know what I mean? Not that Oregon is buying Tomahawk and cruise missiles.
You never know.
You wait. Kate Brown will be like, we need to protect it. Before you know it, by the time the 4 years are out, Trump is going to have, like, the state of Oregon and Washington and California buying THAAD missile launchers and stuff because of the threat of North Korea.
Right. We need a Fortress Europa. That's been used, man. We can't do that.
Oh, you know it.
I think there's something nefarious going on there.
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
Folks, if you're not paying attention, you know that the global stuff works this way. It is to sell arms to other countries like Japan.
That's how we make our milk money.
Korea and Taiwan. That's actually the thing that people don't realize about Trump is when he went out and goes, this NATO thing and all this stuff, because he wants people to pony up the checks. He's a real estate guy,
right? Yeah.
And people were like, "Hey, it's not. This isn't a giveaway.
Yeah,
that missile didn't make itself there, bro." Anyway, oh Lord, listen to me. I'm in such a bad mood.
Well, what my nefarious conspiracy is? Here's a conspiracy for you. All the money that's been used from the pot, right?
Yeah.
All this money is a huge pile of it.
Where is it?
They spend it on munchies because they're so high. They get munchies, and so they put it back out and buy.
Well,
that's my nefarious plot.
Forget about that. What about all that lottery money that we're making?
Why aren't the roads? With all the lottery money, our roads should be solid gold right now. We should all be, driving along in our diamond encrusted cars, driving on golden roads and highways, and not paying tolls. But we're not. This wonderland has not come to fruition, and I'm angry about it.
Suddenly, I think we're going to get a call from, what is it, the Blaze or whatever. What's that guy's name?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, the Blaze. That's Glenn Beck's
Glenn's
thing.
back, right? Hey, it's Glenn. Hey, love your show.
Hey, welcome to Coffins Curmudgeons, Line 1. You're on the air. Hi, this is Tommy Laren.
Yes,
and,
exactly.
You guys, I can't believe you're talking about that. Drudge Report just put you on their site.
Oh, yes. Hey, they're all money making. They make money. So that's what it's all about. Oh, my gosh. Oh, interestingly enough, if you want to talk politics, Scott Adams, he does a lot of things. You remember Scott Adams from Dilbert, the creator of Dilbert, and he does a lot of things on the Twitter and all of that. And now he's doing periscopes, and so he was doing a periscope yesterday morning. It was very interesting. I would say he's a supporter of the president.
Yeah?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Scott Adams, yeah. But, I don't know.
Mr. Adams, have you no shame?
Like we've said before, conservatism, liberalism, everything, it's all gone to hell in a handbasket.
It's all
neoconism. It's all neoliberalism. You can't tell the difference between one politician and the other. I mean, sure, there's like a couple earmark issues that they use for ideology, this and that and the other thing. We know those, right?
Sure.
GOP versus Democrat. After that, it's all like selling THAAD missile launchers to the coast, Astoria, and Lincoln City to protect you against the Red Menace of...
The Red Menace, right.
Kim Jong-un and his special haircut.
Yeah, I don't know where... Something tells me by looking at them that they don't have supercuts over there in Pyongyang.
Oh, man. Supercuts, you die.
That's why he's so angry.
Exactly.
It is so angry because, he's living in some backward country and they're trying to blow up nukes. No, he's angry because of the haircut.
Okay, let's just, it's like denigrate people's looks and culture, but let's just say that haircut is unique to North Korea. Have you seen anyone else with that haircut?
Right.
No, you haven't.
Right. I'm proud to say that I'm hair shaming right now.
I mean, if you came out with a little long hair, even a mullet. Well, we know what a mullet is. People
Kim Jong mullet. Yes.
I think I'm gonna because we have an initiative.
Okay.
Right on the ballot. You and I could put things on the ballot.
Sweet.
And often crackpots have. AKA Lon Mabon. Look that up.
Oh, Oregon Citizens Alliance?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh, Mabon.
Oh, man. But anyway, I think what we'll do is we'll start an initiative, and we'll get conservative. We'll get the people, but with to get anti-missile launchers and stuff on the Oregon coast to protect us from the Red Menace.
Right.
I think we should.
Right. It's just preventative measures.
That's right. We could sell that. Come on. We can't go out to Eastern Oregon somewhere going, hey, that guy with the haircut.
Yeah.
Are we gonna let him
Hey, honey, I
drop his ICBM on your
maybe I need glasses.
alpaca farm?
But what is that on top of Haystack Rock? Why, that is a yeah. See.
Ooh,
Yeah.
big old radar dishes.
Yes.
Right?
Right.
On a stack rock. Nobody will mind.
No, they won't even notice.
No, of course not.
We'll plant shrubs around it. People think it's natural.
See, okay, as a kid, to me, in the future...
Yeah.
Well, no, to me, first of all, my rant, and I was thinking about this over the weekend. I even said this in someone's comment about something. We were talking about what we're dealing with today.
Sure.
Which is pretty crazy. And I said, when I was a kid, they promised me Star Trek, and I got Terry Gilliam's Brazil.
God, you're right.
Right?
Oh, yeah. Because I was like,
and I'm talking Star Trek like Kirk Bones. Or
right.
Go over there.
Dude,
maybe Picard.
By the time I'm 30, I'm walking around with a tricorder and one of those phaser guns. It's
You're explaining to, aliens how to get along with rubber faces. It's like, no, you need to not eat that person. You need to get along. And they're like, And if in Star Trek it gets really bad, you call in Spock's dad.
Right.
Because he's the Vulcan ambassador.
Right. He declares Pong Far, and next thing you know, we got the action music going on. Dun, 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 dun. Then the green lizard guy comes out with the...
see, that's when negotiations really break down.
Well, the green lizard
when your
guy shows
captain's
up.
on the planet with a green Gorn. That's what they call them, the
Gorn
lizard.
That's right. And I love the part where they're circling each other. The Gorn's got, Kirk in like a bear hug, and then he goes up with a double karate chop. And then the lizard, he stumbles back.
That was my Gorn impression.
That was pretty good, too. For on the fly.
Yeah.
That was good, yeah.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. But anyway, so you've got the Gorn.
Yeah.
But that was okay. That's the future.
Right.
Going around in the starships. Like if we would have had the future that we expected as kids, we wouldn't be sitting here doing a crappy little, what is this? Periscope. Gosh. We would be on the bridge.
We would.
We'd be like, Mr. Allen.
Yes.
What is your assessment? You even got the thing in the ear. Contact Starfleet, Mr. Allen. Tell them we have engaged the Borg. No.
Make it so.
And that's a bad day. But,
Right.
Yeah, I mean, okay, sir, the Borg comes and messes things up, but you solve the problem.
Right.
We all get together and we solve the problem. We took years on Earth. We fought wars. We almost died, but then we solved.
We did it. Right.
Problems.
Spock, come up to the bridge. I need to talk to you.
Damn it, Jim, that's some bad acting.
Right. I'm just a country doctor.
But instead, we got Terry Gilliam, Brazil. You remember Brazil?
Yeah, the dystopian sort of future. Yeah.
It's not quite 1984. It's a little more humorous and ironic than that.
But it's not far off.
Pretty much 2017.
Right.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks.
Yeah, it's like
change it.
Orwell on LSD.
Oh, wait. The Blaze, Glenn Beck is calling. He wants to... Oh, God. That's fine. You know what? We'll go on any station. We will say what we want, when we want, how we want to do it. Because in another year or so, we won't be able to do any of that at all.
No.
Because
net neutrality, forget about it.
Yeah, net censorship. And so up until this time, we'll just do that. And then that'll be it. So
next year we'll be doing the show, right? We just won't be doing it from here. We'll be doing it from Stalag 13 in the concentration camp.
Ooh, that's good because this right here, this is the coffee cup to talk to the Allies, right? We'll open it up. LeBeau. Hello. Oh,
right.
Colonel Hogan. I've got Central Command here.
Right, knock on the side of the bunk. It flops up so you can get down into your secret underground.
Was the coffee pot the?
Oh yeah, they had a microphone.
Or something, or they spied on people. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But so what I was going to say is, when we put our missile defense system on the Oregon coast, I'm really liking this idea. Right.
I do too.
Look, what will it do? It will. What will a missile defense system do on the Oregon coast to protect Oregon? creates jobs. That's always
Sure.
an excuse for doing stuff. It will create jobs. Someone's
Right.
got to maintain the missiles. Someone's got to build the missiles. Creates jobs. Job creation, and they so this will bring in 10,000 jobs. Fantastic. And they're crappy. There's crappy jobs. The convenience store, or whatever, that opens up down the street.
Right.
But there's engineers. Right? Good technologists.
Maintenance
people.
guys. You got
They all
security
have
guys to watch over
Good
them.
paying jobs.
Right.
All right. So
Union jobs for union men.
do that. Well, yeah, I suppose so. Right? Yeah, machinists.
Yeah.
that sort of thing. You got to machine the fairing of the rocket before they put it in the hole.
Right.
So that would be good to create jobs. I'm selling myself on this missile defense system for Oregon.
Sounds good.
I'm liking it already. Okay, it will protect us. It will protect the alpaca farmer out there.
Right.
I mean, you can sell it. You don't want your farm to go up in a mushroom cloud.
Do you really want your alpacas to glow in the dark?
No.
I think not.
That's right. We are protecting Oregon for Oregonians.
Right.
Against the Red Menace.
The Red Menace.
And that's what it's just, the Red Menace. It could be.
Yeah.
It could be someone wearing red. Who cares? It's just the Red Menace. We could have. It's getting even better, Jason.
Okay. Lay it on me.
Not only so to put in our initiative bill.
Yeah.
We will propose the missile defense system. We will need to enact a civil defense. You remember civil defense from
turn
back
out
in the
those
day?
lights. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We need more jobs. We need to build fallout shelters,
Of course.
which used to be like the subway system and all that, but we'll need to dig some more. So we got the tunnel that goes under the thing for the max. We'll put that fallout shelter sign. There was that nuclear
the
sign.
radiation.
Here's where you go. You know,
Yeah, 'cause
watch out for trains.
No apocalypse is complete without a bomb shelter.
And what else do we need to do? Duck and cover. We need
Drills.
Drills in the schools, dude. Civil defense drills. Bring back civil. These were the good old days. You remember, like back in the 50s?
Yeah.
There were for example, we would nominate you here at the studio as the civil master of civil defense. I don't know what they sergeant at arms of civil defense.
I like it.
Whatever they called them.
Can I have a clipboard?
And a helmet.
Cool.
Remember, you'd get the helmet with
the Doughboy one.
with the nuclear. Exactly.
Yeah.
With the nuclear thing. Yeah, you just go watch old Devo videos.
Sweet.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yes.
And then you would a whistle and a clipboard and the helmet, right?
Yeah. Gotta have the clipboard.
And your job would be to go out,
Yes.
round up the people that you're responsible for,
Right.
get in line. You always got to get in a line.
Well, you gotta get in line.
When
It's organized.
Look. Let's be honest here. When a nuclear holocaust breaks out, you need a good line.
You do need a good line. Listen,
No screaming, no running.
the one thing that
Get in line.
Yeah, the one thing that protects society from running amok and chaos is a line. Mm-hmm. Get in the lines. Do it.
So you got the helmet.
Yeah. I
We
like
should have
that.
got some props for this thing today.
Helmet.
You got the helmet with the nuclear defense symbol on it.
I like it.
The stencil that says J. Allen on it, because then we know that's your helmet, and you're the sergeant. What is that? Sergeant at Arms of Nuclear Defense or something?
I think so. Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Sergeant
We'll
Arms.
just go with that.
Yes.
I mean, we can make stuff up for the 21st century. We don't have to go back and
We
do
don't have to
everything.
decide now.
I call it Sergeant at Arms. Every person will, for every 20, 30 people, something. I don't know. It's like a number.
Sector. We need sectors.
Sectors. Ooh, but not just sectors. Spelled with a K.
Ooh.
Right?
Ooh, I like that. Yeah.
Sector.
Sector G4, Sergeant at Arms, Jason Allen, ready for service.
Because on the sign, it just looks better when you spell sector with a K.
Right.
I know. I've seen that in James Bond movies. It always looks real good. Sector 1? Are you in Sector 1 or Sector 2? No, you are. Look, you have a 3.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go to Sector 6.
Right.
On Sundays and Wednesdays.
Right.
What are you thinking?
And we can't say miles anymore. Jenkins! We can't say miles anymore. We got to call them clicks. 2 clicks to the east.
Oh, man. Okay.
Yeah. 2 clicks.
Hang on. Point of order here.
Okay, point of order.
What the hell's a click?
Doc's got the floor. Everyone be quiet. Yeah.
What the hell's a click?
Click is a mile.
A click is a mile.
Click is a mile. 2 clicks into Sector G4.
Really?
Yeah.
Why don't you just say mile?
Because it's not. It's a click.
A click.
It's a click.
Okay, what's a
Click
knot?
is a click.
Smart boy.
What's a knot?
Yeah.
Oh, like a seafair travel knot?
We're 10 knots out.
Yeah, knot is their equivalent to.
We're doing 35 knots.
Yeah, it's a motive speed. It's a motive speed.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
See, I don't know those things like a click and a knot. I know miles. Yeah. I also know
kilometers.
Believe it or not, kilometers,
yeah.
Or kilometers, as we say in other continents. You know, I know that stuff.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, speaking of the damned future. Okay, now I'm getting really hot. You remember?
Okay.
When we were getting ready with our tricorders, we're gonna be in Starfleet Academy, man. We are like, man, this is gonna be hot and awesome, right? I'm gonna be, and then it's like, oh, red shirt. I like the gold better.
We want gold.
But I'll just hang back here in engineering. That's cool. It's cool.
It's cool.
Although engineering had red shirts too, back in the original.
Oh, that's right. Scotty had a red shirt.
Yeah. He's the only red shirt that survived. But he was always on the brow. I'll hang back.
Right.
I'll hang back, Captain. But anyway, where was I going with this? This was important.
Yes.
Yes. So we were going to have that, right?
Yes.
And what else were we getting studied and ready to do? What else?
Well,
kilometers, millimeters, centimeters.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah.
The future was the metric system.
Right. We need to phase out our weird units, and we need to move to the meter
system, as they called it.
Yes. Right.
What the hell happened with that?
Right. I'm going to get in my flying car and travel, 2 clicks on over to G4.
No, it's not. Well, wait a minute.
Yeah.
Now you're... Okay, so we convert to the metric system. Now what do you do with your clicks? Is it a kilometer?
Ooh, it's clickometer.
Like, what is it? Okay, so the Army goes from Louisiana, where they're marching.
Yeah.
Because you got to march.
We got to march.
We got to bring back
in
marching.
A line, too.
In a line.
Yeah.
Then they fly to, like, Ramstein, Germany.
Yes.
Which is where there's...
We got to deploy.
Big bases.
Big bases.
Okay, well, you went from Louisiana.
Yeah.
You have miles.
Yeah.
Miles per hour, pounds per inch.
Sure.
I don't know, pounds per inch. PSI, pounds per square inch.
Yeah, see.
And then you go to Ramstein, Germany.
Yeah.
And now you have kilometers, millimeters. Mm-hmm. What do you do?
Well, you use a conversion table.
Oh, man.
You get your conversion table.
But what happens to your clicks, though? See, you didn't think about this.
That.
You didn't think about this, smart boy. You didn't think about
no, I did. I did. Because clicks, right? Clicks can be transferred, right? Clicks, that's just your inside speak of whatever the unit of measurement is. I mean, it's still a click, but you've now gone to a European click, right?
I just thought of something even worse.
Euroclick. For those who are in the know.
I just checked the temperature. It's 57 Fahrenheit.
Ooh.
Fahrenheit, Celsius?
Celsius, yes.
And Celsius, like all this stuff, the metric, they were like, the teachers, this makes sense now.
Yes.
Okay. Mm-hmm. By the way, the answer to that question, I think the military actually does everything in metric. Like, look at the bullets and stuff, they're all like they're all right? Like a science, like if you do science, you're not measuring pound or whatever. It's like you're doing it in metric.
Yeah. I
mean, the scientists, the engineers, they're
it's all Euroclicks there,
right? Yeah. But anyway, so like the Celsius, right? Mm-hmm. And they'd be like, okay, here's how you remember Celsius: 0 degrees, freezing, where water freezes. Which is 32 degrees
Fahrenheit.
Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
Okay? So Celsius, 0 degrees. When it's 0, it's freezing. That's water at the atmosphere, 1 atmosphere, which is the sea level, because you go atmospheres and you start getting real crazy stuff. So, it's 1 atmosphere, which is at sea level. That's how you measure it.
Surface atmosphere.
That's where the water.
Yes.
If you go up or down, then water boils at different temperatures. Don't worry about it. It's all chemistry. Go study your chemistry.
Right.
And then 100 degrees Celsius.
Yes.
Boiling.
Gotcha. 0 to 100.
Yeah. Simple, right?
Sounds very simple to me.
Yeah. And so what now? Fahrenheit, you got 32 degrees.
Yeah.
It's freezing. If it's 0 degrees, which sometimes it is, or minus, this is really cold, man. You're like in Fargo, North Dakota now. It's
Right.
like, woo-hoo. But then it's like boiling is like 200 and something or something. What
Something
is boiling?
like that.
What
I
is
don't
boiling?
know. I don't know.
What do you have to put a thermometer and an egg or whatever?
Right.
Anyway, so we were going to get the metrics for the future. So we were going to be here metricing out, right? Oh, look, so many centimeters here, Jason.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Then what happened?
Didn't happen.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah.
Ronald Reagan.
Yeah, he buried that 6 feet under.
That was one of his campaign promises. Because we had Carter was all in. Carter was like, oh, yeah. And do you remember, even they got to the point before Ronald Reagan where the speed signs, the new speed signs that they put up, they actually had the kilometers.
Ooh.
No, they did. They did. I remember. Like at some point, it was like 55 and
getting ready to converge by such and such year. I remember that as a kid.
That's right.
And And then, thanks, Ronnie.
No, then Ronnie was like, Mr. Peanut Man, tear down that kilometer sign.
Right.
Yeah,
I haven't done Reagan in years, so I can't really do his thing anymore.
So here, the rest of the world. You go off to the world. You need to learn, and it's crazy. Like when you go driving on the autobahn.
Yeah.
Right.
You should know this when you're on the autobahn.
Yeah. Because it's like I'm going 140. Wow.
Right.
It's like I'm an Indy car. That's kilometers.
Right.
Son.
Right.
Calm down. Even though that is actually really fast. It was like 80, 90 something, 80, if I remember. I used to know when I was over there.
Yeah. What the difference is.
Yeah. But the cars, modern cars, you have the kilometers in the cars.
Yeah.
Or kilometers, as you would say.
Yes.
On this side of the ocean.
Gotcha.
So you do, right?
Yeah.
Your car has, it has miles, and then the little numbers.
Underneath it's got kilometers,
Right. But that was the future. So metric system, Star Trek, Enterprise, Bridge, fly around, bring peace and prosperity to the rest of the universe. Instead, we got bullcrap. So my point is, that when we put the missile defense system, because I'm thinking, in some weird way, all of this defense stuff.
Yeah.
Maybe it will help usher in the metric system. Maybe it will help usher in more engineering where we can build more rockets and then maybe build a starship in space. And who knows?
Right.
I mean, I'm just spitballing in here. I'm trying. I'm trying to bring the future in.
Yeah.
People in canoes.
Right.
In the river. So. Even though we have that actually, dragon boats and stuff.
Right.
So what we do in the future, the other thing is, I used to watch these shows in the '60s. They were the puppet shows. Did you ever see the puppet shows with the rockets and the puppets? I think it was called the Thunderbirds.
Ooh.
Yeah, and what they had rockets. Every puppet had a rocket. It was really seriously the future.
I want
and it was
rocket.
set in the 2000s. Yeah. No, it'd be like hey, Bo, go take Thunderbird 1 out for a spin. Okay, Dad. Right?
Yes.
So that's what I'm thinking, our missile defense. But here's the thing. They didn't just have the rockets like out there. They had it like under the pool or in the garage or whatever. And so like when the rockets would come out, the pool would open
I love it.
and the rocket would come out and then blast off.
Right.
Never mind that you'd melt the concrete and everything on the pool, but just to boil the water. Details. I'm sure we could work that out with some fine engineering.
Right. And if you're really, if you're in a really cool future, is it concrete or is it some new space age material that doesn't melt?
In fact, Roman concrete. Did you see that news item?
No.
Look, here's the thing. Here's our future.
Okay.
The Romans were the future.
Right.
They did all kinds of stuff. So now scientists, they've got this concrete. Romans actually did concrete.
Yeah.
It's some of the hardest concrete ever made.
Still find it.
Now scientists are studying it to figure out why was the Roman concrete hard as nails, as they say.
Right.
So there you go.
It's very interesting.
That was a news item.
We need to get down to the bottom of this.
Along with the machine clock thing that they recreated, which is how they navigated. You know that one that they found in that Greek ship, and it was like a kind of a mechanical computer that they weren't supposed to have.
No,
like
for at
2,000 years ago, but it was like, yep, they had it.
When you had like Archimedes running around back then, he wasn't idle. He wasn't just sitting around, doing nothing, and he was designing stuff.
But see, that's my whole point. That's the future we have right now. We just got idiots like sitting around going, how can we implement more taxes for nothing?
Right.
And no services.
And then we get some orange dude putting his daughter at the G20.
Jeez, I feel terrible. No, I don't. I'm really cranky. But so the missile defense.
Yeah, missile defense.
So you'd have the beach, Cannon Beach.
Cannon Beach.
Pristine.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, there's no wrappers of Big Macs.
People are on the beach. Chris Christie and his family.
Right.
Yeah. All of a sudden, the alarm goes off.
Or hold on for a minute. I'll do the arm.
Right.
Yeah, there it is. There's the alarm.
That means get off the beach. What is it? Is it a tsunami or whatever? No. It is missile defense. We're getting ready for an attack.
We're under attack.
Could be a drill, but that's
Could
okay.
be a drill.
So you don your helmet.
Yeah, I got my helmet. Oh, it's already on.
Well,
I sleep in that thing.
Ooh, good point. Yeah. Good point. Oh, that shows dedication.
Thank you.
And so you line up all the people.
Yeah.
We're getting ready. We're
getting
ready.
line.
Civil defense.
Yes.
Right? Then the ground starts to shake. The sand.
There's rumbles.
The water on the beach. And like freaking Charlton Heston as Moses, the beach parts open.
Ooh.
Right?
Right, dunes separate.
The water opens.
Or Haystack Rock, something comes out.
Yes. Well, Haystack Rock opens up. And what giant freaking satellite dish.
Right, because we got to track the missiles, right? We got to track them.
That's right. Right out of The Man with the Golden Gun or whatever. Or
right.
Golden Eye or something. So the tracker missile comes out of Haystack Rock. The beach parts, people are running, shaking. Chris Christie's like in his beach chair.
Right.
Blubber shaking. Like a beach whale.
Well, he's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
No one likes Chris Christie, okay? No. Come on. I mean, we're here in Oregon. Ask the people in New Jersey what they think of Chris Christie. Right. The most unpopular governor ever.
Ever.
Oh, and he don't care. That's the whole thing. Chris Christie don't care.
He knows he's on his way out, so he's just sitting in a lawn chair.
Yeah. That should just be a meme. A lawn chair and a nuclear cloud, a mushroom cloud.
And
underneath it would be like, Chris Christie don't care.
Chris Christie don't care.
Yeah, you just don't care.
You don't care.
So the beach opens up, the ocean kind of
recedes
back a little bit.
Yes.
All of a sudden, giant freaking defense Thunderbird missile system comes out of the ground.
I like it.
With lots of music.
Right. It's a building. It's a crescendo.
We will show the Red Menace we mean business.
Right.
And so that could be our future. I think we could put this as an initiative on that. Because if they're collecting all this money and we don't know where it's going.
Right. We need to keep track of it.
We could spend it on this.
Accountability, people. That's what it's about. Accountability, all right? It's responsibility. Listen, if you are going to smoke the pot and you're going to have money for that, you better show it where it's coming from, right? Because in our future, right, not only do we got Haystack Rock opening up, not only do we got sand dunes separating, we've even weaponized the damn whales. Ooh. It comes out of their blowholes. Here it comes, like one of those things. There's a missile right there. We weaponized them. That's what our future is like.
There was that movie where the dolphins were Day of the Dolphin or something.
Day of the Dolphin. They're weaponized. They had freaking laser beams.
This was all the 70s, by the way. This is why it was better
It was.
Now, granted, you know, if you canoed around and you were a native peoples, you know, you
Right.
have people throwing trash at you, but we solved that problem.
We did.
We even SOLV'd that problem. We solved it. We were problem solvers. Now in 2017, we just throw up our hands and
We'll do a study on it.
Chris Christie
Right.
Christie don't care.
We don't care. And
We
I
don't
got
care.
I got 3 words for you. Back in the 70s, Lee freaking Majors. Okay,
Oh,
that
my
guy.
God.
That guy was a
Are
$3
you
million.
kidding me?
Yeah,
Are
see,
you the $6
$6 million man.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Lee
man.
freaking Majors.
No, not
he
even.
was the poor
It's
man's
like-
Chuck Norris.
No, it's like not even. Like you could not. No, 2017.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
Could not fathom or deal with the $6 million.
No way.
man.
No way.
Lee Majors would come in and go, okay, where's the problem? Because I'm going to solve it with my bionic arm,
Right.
my bionic legs,
Yes.
and my bionic eye.
It was Bionic Dog. And then you got Lindsay Wagner, is that right?
Yes.
Yeah.
The
see?
bionic woman.
Right. The whole team's coming in,
And the
man.
bionic kids. And the bionic dog.
Yep.
I'm sure
German
at some
Shepherd.
point, I think there were spin-offs that we ended up with Fluffy the bionic dog, I think.
Yeah,
like-
my favorite was what was the Bionic conjoined twins.
Oh, there you go. You're running too fast. Oh,
That's
you
right.
know.
Right.
But yeah, Lee, that, okay. We
Lee
need,
freaking Majors, man.
we need a little bionic slush fund, don't we?
We do.
Because we need Lee Majors.
We got the pot money. We got a slush
Who
fund.
wasn't Lee Majors, though? That's Lee Majors, the actor, Lee
Right,
Majors.
right.
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
Steve Austin. Not Stone Cold Steve
No.
Austin. That's another guy.
No, he was Steve Austin before there's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Astronaut Steve Austin.
Yeah.
We can rebuild him.
You can.
We
got
can make
technology.
him stronger and better.
Yeah.
We need a Steve Austin. He could be the head of the Oregon Red Menace defense.
Why not?
But he has to be bionic.
Well, he's got to be.
Which is kind of
yeah.
interesting because in 2017 there are actually I saw a presentation last year. Well, we filmed it down in OMSI. Something I occasionally do, and it was a guy from OHSU talking about exactly that. Like, you know, prosthetics and all that stuff. And it's
Right.
pretty amazing what people can actually walk again and all that stuff.
Right.
So I guess in the future, okay, we got that one.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Can people walk again, stronger, better, faster. Although I still want that treadmill and the tracksuit. Remember the red tracksuit?
Yes. 70s tracksuit.
And it was always like, okay, here's the thing that messed me up with the $6 million man.
Okay.
Okay. The pilot. You watch the pilot.
Yeah.
And his story is Steve Austin is an astronaut.
Yes.
And he's in the space plane, actually.
Yeah.
And he's doing a test. Oh, he had walked on the moon or whatever. He was like big NASA.
Venus, been there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And then he's like in testing in a space plane or whatever, and it was always like when you're a kid, you had this whole intro memorized. You'd
Yeah.
be like on the NASA, I got a problem. We can rebuild him. We can, and the music exactly.
Right.
I don't even remember it right now. But as a little boy,
Yeah.
who would go out and
Every time you ran, you had to make the noise.
yeah, roughly. This is what we used to do when we were boys. We'd
Yeah.
go out on the field, we'd play Steve Austin, we'd hit each other,
Right.
tackle each other,
Yeah.
hurt each other,
Sure.
try to put each other in the hospital,
Yeah.
and we liked it.
That's
Uh,
how we rolled back then.
anyway, so yeah, and he's in the space plane, and then you see this crash, and they used like stock footage of actual NASA
Accidents.
accidents
Yeah.
and footage for this whole thing. And of course, he gets banged up pretty bad.
Well,
He loses some limbs, as we would say,
Oh, yeah.
and an eye. Which, for the accident that happens, you're like, God, he's lucky to be alive. I think actually Oscar at one point goes, hey, lucky to be alive. So then they wheel him away.
Yeah.
And so it's like, well, you'll never fly again or whatever. And then
Sure.
they wheel him away to a top secret facility.
Right.
Right?
Because they did it once with Captain America. They can do it again with Lee Majors.
Exactly.
They're putting them back together.
And they put him back together, and they rebuild him. They make him stronger and faster. The bionic robotic legs and everything, and and it looks just like a regular thing. And they put them together, and the eye was the weird one. They'd show this eye. It was like a little screw with the eyeball on it.
Right? Yeah, and they put it in there, and it's got these little crosshairs in it and stuff. So,
I know, right? Which again, actually, if you research things on the internet today, if you medical research and prosthetics and things like that, they're doing amazing things with this. I mean, that's okay. We'll check that one off in the future. Okay, 2017.
Okay,
but still.
Then
Steve Austin comes on the scene, and then he's got to get used to his stuff. And of course, it can't just be like, hey, you can see now, and you can use your hand and get some coffee or whatever, or you can walk around. No, we made you stronger, better, faster.
That's right.
So you can now run 50 miles an hour.
At least.
I don't know what kilometers that is, but I don't know. But anyway.
But he can work it out.
Yeah. And so in the pilot, they show him getting used to this stuff, and it's, the psychological Lee Majors.
He's breaking the teacup because he's
exactly. He breaks the
his
teacup.
grip is just whatever.
And he's like Lee Major, doing the acting, the Lee Majors acting, a lot of staring, a lot of
grimacing. Lee Majors grimaced a lot.
Kind of the Clint Eastwood school of acting. Yeah, because pretty much, if you were in the 70s and you were an actor,
you grimaced.
What's his name from the? I'll think of him in a minute. He made all those action movies and stuff. He did the one about the guy who's the vigilante. That dude, all grimacing all the time.
Well, vigilante. Let's see. Back then there was Charles Bronson.
Charles Bronson. That's who I'm thinking.
Death Wish.
Death Wish. Yeah.
Yes.
All grimacing.
He was a grimacer.
And as they make more movies, it was just more grimacing. It would be like,
right.
Like just the school of acting. Like that's all you bring me your tough guys.
Yeah.
Let's work on our grimace.
World class grimacers.
Someone killed your family.
Right.
Now you're gonna get a gun. Now you're gonna go shoot criminals on the street.
Right.
Movie.
It was like a
beautiful performance.
Two-pronged training system. Okay, you had to get your grimace down. Mm-hmm. Okay, and then you had to have the snappy one-liner. You could never be caught off guard without the snappy one-liners. You got to have it. You got to have it.
Boy, yeah. We need to do a whole show, which means we'd have to prepare on snappy one-liners.
The whole show is just one-liners.
Yes. Because it's always good. It's like grimace. I shoot some petty criminals.
Yeah.
I put the gun away.
Right.
And then I grimace and I say, I guess you won't jaywalk again, will you?
That's right.
There you go.
That's
something
right.
like that, right?
That's right. You're out in the middle of some iceberg. You just gun down the bad guy. And you look at him and you say, I guess revenge is best served cold.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Or you decapitate the guy. Don't lose your head.
Oh.
Oops. Yeah.
I guess so I guess we need now, and what we need to do is we've got our missile defense.
Yeah.
We've got our technology to fight against the Red Menace. We need, on your clipboard, civil defense clipboard.
I'm checking stuff off on that clipboard all the time.
Oh, okay, but you're gonna have some paperwork on snappy one-liners.
Well, of course, I got there, and it's laminated too because it's got to be protected from the elements. So I run through my little checklist, but at the back, there's your snappy one-liner reference list. Right?
Like the missile defense will launch against the Red Menace.
Yes.
You'll say something like, I guess the Red Menace will get a little red, white, and blue today, or something like that. Right? Something.
Right. Or maybe we'll throw in a snappy...
we need a riding team.
Snappy, like Scarface, meet my little friend. Ooh, as it's going off.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah, Scarface has some good ones. Meet my little friend. I didn't bring this chainsaw to cut down trees.
Yeah.
I'm terrible at one-liners.
Kim Jong-un? No. Kim Jong under attack.
Ooh.
What do you think?
It's so bad. Yeah, so we'll need a writing team.
Well, yeah.
That's good. That's good money. It's like
Because we're making jobs,
this
dude.
this is like the WPA. We were talking about this. I don't know if we talked about this on the show or you not. When Roosevelt actually spent the money they were collecting.
Yeah, we talked about
on
that.
Real
infrastructure.
Infrastructure, because this is what we're proposing for the Oregon Initiative for the Oregon Civil Defense. O.C.D. Has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Oh, it does. O.C.D.
Kind of like if you're doing a 2-hour podcast.
O.C.D.
O.C.D. Oregon Civil Defense.
I like it.
Initiative on the ballot.
Mm-hmm.
It will be coming to a ballot to you soon because we're going to write it.
We're going to write it.
And so in that, we would have money for artists, for writers and things like that. And we would need writers to write the one-liners that would get laminated
snappy one-liners
on your clipboard.
Right.
And you absolutely need them.
It's essential.
Yeah, I mean, you can't launch rockets and fight the Red Menace without snappy one-liners.
Right, that just wouldn't be right. It's like, it's like bacon without eggs.
Yeah.
It's like meat without the loaf.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like Sunny without the chair.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like vegetarianism without the vegetables.
Right. You gotta have if you're going vegan, you gotta have the vegetables. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't say I'm vegan and then go off and eat a pizza. We could eat a pizza, but it's gotta be vegan pizza. It can't be none of this Totino's crap.
Was that a one-liner? Was that one of the quips?
Oh.
Could be. But anyway, so we have to employ writers for writing up good civil defense type things. You might actually, even when you're underground, because you're sergeant at arms of your group, you might even have paperwork that you hand out so people could have their own one-liners.
Yeah, I've got to have assistants. I've got to have minions.
Well, that's part of your leadership.
It is delegating.
You deputize people in your group. So you'll need. We need people. We need designers.
We need designers.
We need people to do clothing design. Because we need badges. We need helmets.
Right.
Oh man, this economy, we are creating jobs like this.
We are.
And it's that Red Menace. There's a reason, and this is good spending good money. This spends good money.
Good money
for the Red Menace. So
you got to be prepared, for gosh sakes.
I'm trying to figure out how we work in music somehow. I mean, public art. When they make like a bus station, or they make like the light rail trains, they actually have set aside money for art. They paint the station, they put in like some sculptures and things like that. I like that. So you put that in the missile silos.
We do, but I got it. Music, right?
Yeah, what about the music?
Okay, what we need to do is it's got to be hands-on, so it just can't be like some anonymous speakers somewhere that just doing like elevator music. We need a guy on the ground with a ghetto blaster walking around with the tunes. We need entourage music.
Entourage,
because if we're gonna cut away to some cool little
America,
if we're gonna run that sort of some footage, we need a guy on the ground that can read the moment, right?
Nothing says America and civil defense like a good heavy metal tune,
right?
And we got heavy metal bands. Here in Oregon,
we got
Portland,
metal bands.
We got great metal bands, lots of them, right?
Yeah, and we're going to put them to work.
We're going to put metal bands to work.
Yeah, we're going to do that.
With the O.C.D. Oregon Civil Defense Initiative, if you are a metal band, get ready, get your pens out, get ready, because you're going to be writing some patriotic songs for the Oregon Civil Defense.
And we're going to take
against the Red Menace, because they don't have heavy metal over there in the Red Menace.
No, they don't.
No. We have it here because we're free.
Right. Home of the brave, man.
We are free, and we're going to keep that freedom with the O.C.D. Oregon Civil Defense.
Right. Not only that, we are going to take old songs and we're going to repurpose them, okay?
Old songs say so much, Jason.
They do. They do. And so what we're going to do, instead of OPP, it's, are you down with O.C.D.? Yeah, That's know me. Yeah, see? And then the guy's, he's playing it on the ghetto blaster behind it because he's in the moment. He knows what's going on, and he's already pushed play.
So there you go.
Yeah.
That's and somehow we're gonna work Steve Austin in. Oh
We
yeah.
gotta.
So in the pilot, so he gets used to his legs, right?
Yeah.
$6 Million Man. It's like a 2-parter. It was like a mini series, and then they spin it. They're kind of testing it. Mm-hmm. And so he goes out and he goes running, and you see him run like. Whew, hey, that guy runs fast, you know? So he's running fast. Then they do the series, and every time you see him running, he's running slow. Slow-mo. It's like, what happened, man? I want to see the guy go. No, it was just in the pilot.
Right.
You see him run fast once in the pilot. And then they show it to you, like, briefly in the intro, and then you never see him run like that again.
We gotta slow him down. We'd never see him otherwise. He'd be just some, like, red tracksuit blur.
Yeah.
You know?
But he was always running. I think Lee Majors said that was the one thing he hated about doing that series is like he was always running, like he was in great shape. And I think he said at one point they actually had to put bananas along the way of his running in the thing because he was like, you know, when you're running that much for a TV series,
energy.
Yeah. And then he married Farrah Fawcett.
Right, good move, Lee. Good move.
Well, then they got divorced.
Well, yeah.
But anyway,
good move.
And then she married Ryan O'Neal.
Ryan O'Neal, yeah.
And then she passed away, which was very, very sad.
Very sad.
I always liked her.
She had feathered hair.
I know, right? You know? She was like the icon of the 70s.
She was, yeah.
That one poster. That we'll recreate that poster.
Ooh, excellent, yeah.
Yeah. But anyway, so Steve Austin. We need Steve Austin.
Steve Austin.
And you remember when he jumped the shark? When he's like hanging out in a cave with Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Like,
I was on board with him for the $6 Million Man. I was on board with him for the Fall Guy because I love that show, The Fall Guy. He's always hanging out in his bathtub out in the middle of the yard. Was
he like a stuntman or something?
He was a stuntman.
Oh, cool. Oh, so he was like doing a Burt Reynolds kind of a thing, kind of a hooper. Think Burt Reynolds, right?
Yes.
Sally Field.
Right.
Ali McGraw and
Adrian Barbeau.
Yeah, but anyway, so we're getting off track. So that's going to be our civil defense system, and it's going to be very elaborate and expensive. It's going to put a lot of Oregonians to work.
It is,
but it will have civility. We'll have we'll have to have a lot of drills, of marching. There's
got to be marching. Clipboards. We need a lot of clipboards. People are marking stuff off. We got to make sure that
none of this screaming at each other.
No.
See, this will kind of
just grimacing. You get your point across to grimace.
Grimacing is okay. Grimacing in one-liners, grimacing and quips is like, oh, I guess that guy won't be dictating to a country ever again.
That's right.
I'm terrible at the one-liners. This is why we will hire a real
professional
staff.
writers, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So anyway, that'll be the civil defense.
Excellent.
That'll be our future. That is the future that was once promised us.
Yeah, and I feel ripped off.
I'm totally ripped off.
Yeah.
I like the idea, though.
I do, too. I like it.
I mean, we live in a future... Okay.
Yes?
This... you want to talk about a future like Alien and stuff like that?
Ooh,
I'll pull up the.
All right, what do we got?
I don't want to show you this picture,
what?
but I'll read you the headline.
Yes.
Praying mantises are killing birds and eating their brains worldwide. Praying mantises. Those would be insects. And there's a video playing too. We won't show it. So here's the thing.
Yeah.
Praying mantis. You know what a praying mantis is?
Yes.
I mean, there could be a praying mantis right next to you.
They could. In that plant. Who's watching me right now? I don't know it.
Too.
I would.
Because they're the ones that they look like leaves. They hide. They're very cool. You see them, or you can go to the zoo and see them. They're amazing camouflage artists. So you don't know that they're a bug. They just look like a leaf there. And it's like, oh my God, that's a bug. That's a praying mantis. And they're praying mantis because they got these weird things. When you actually look at them, they got a big bug head and they got the claws and the stuff.
And they're freaking you out. Yeah.
They're freaking you out.
Yeah.
Well, it turns out scientists, across North America, here, and other places.
The fruited plain.
But here, in America, the praying mantises, and they eat insects. Like all good insects do.
Sure.
spiders and stuff. They go after their fellow insects, but not anymore.
No.
The praying mantises have a taste for birds.
Yes.
Avians. Can you
That's
believe
disturbing.
this?
Disturbing.
Now, praying mantises can get fairly decent size.
Yeah.
I want to say, how big would that be? Maybe I've seen them in the zoo. They get like,
They're a handful.
Yeah. 6 inches or something or more, whatever.
Sure.
Now, the birds in question would be like little hummingbirds.
Or finches or something.
Little tiny birds.
Yeah,
I mean, you got to be pretty tiny.
Yeah.
What they do, straight out of a Ridley Scott alien movie, you have, and hummingbirds, we love hummingbirds. They're the most beautiful birds in the world. Copperhead. You ever see a copperhead hummingbird?
Yeah.
It's like it's wearing a copper helmet. Like right there. It's like so copper. It's gleaming at you. And they just come in and you can set up these feeders. You put sugar water in.
Yes.
And then they come and they feed and you can watch them. They're flapping their wings at 1 billion
It's just a blur.
miles a second.
Yeah.
If you're pro tip, if you get a new camera, like a digital camera, get one with the high shutter speed, and a lot of them have that. Not by shutter speed. What do I mean? Not necessarily shutter speed, but frame rate speed. Okay, like high speed, not just shutter, but frame rate.
Yeah.
Because what you can do. What that's good for is you can shoot, and a GoPro's, I think, the one I have is an old one. It does like 60 frames a second, but now they do 120 frames a second. And so what you do is you film action at the highest frame rate, and then you slow it down in slow motion, and then you can see the action. So in sports, for example, that's what they do when you see a slow-mo shot. It was shot at a high, the picture's at a high rate, and then they slow it down and show you the picture slower, and you can actually see it. Well, if you get one of these cameras, or if you get a new digital camera, make sure it does this high frame rate, okay? And then put out your hummingbird feeder and set up your camera on a tripod at the high rate and film the hummingbird, then take it back. You put it on your computer, edit it, and slow it down, and you'll see the hummingbird's wings flap. Like when
Brilliant.
It's a blur. Yeah.
Yes.
And you'll see the tongue dart out. It's crazy.
Wow.
I've got some footage of that.
So
At
then-
60 frames a second. So hummingbirds are cute.
But mantises, they must be truly evil then. If they're taking...
You think? So here they're showing pictures in this news article. You've got like the feeder where the birds come, and the mantis is perched up on top of the feeder.
He's preying on them. He's preying on them.
And it grabs the bird by the head and starts eating its brain.
It's zombie mantises.
I swear to, I tell me this isn't a hoax, but there was a photo, and because people put the feeders out, here's what the scientists actually said. They said, well, because they're hummingbirds, and people love hummingbirds, and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
They put their cameras out. They put the feeder out, and they want to take pictures of the things or take video and stuff because it's an amazing thing to see. That's part of the deal. If you put a feeder out, put a camera out there, take pictures of those amazing. And they're some of the most colorful birds. Hummingbirds have.
Very, very.
I went to a
varied
place that
plumage.
Hummingbirds. And it was like amazing, all the different colors and the red and green and the copper one, and it's crazy. And there's all kinds of different varieties. So you do that, right?
Yeah.
And there's this picture. Oh my!
It's disturbing.
It's a feeder.
Yeah.
And there's a praying mantis, and hanging off of the praying mantis is a dead hummingbird. It looks like right out of the Alien movie.
Well, it's a good thing we got the missiles, because not only do we got to take care of North Korea, we got to take care of the mantis situation.
WTF? 2017?
Yeah.
First they came after the hummingbirds, and you said nothing.
Right. And then next thing you know, we're all getting our brains sucked out by giant praying mantises.
I'm looking at that tree next to you there.
I'm
just waiting for giant mantis.
I'm getting a complex over here.
You become Yaphet Kotto in the Alien, like.
Next thing you know, I'm getting sucked into the fern, And it just...
Harry Dean Stanton, here, kitty, 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 kitty. Famous last words.
Right.
One of my favorite movies, by the way. But this thing is like that. It's like the xenomorph of 2017. This is freaking... Are you kidding me? Insects aren't supposed to, like, go after birds. Stay in your phylum there,
You're
folks.
supposed to be, yeah.
Whatever. I mean, so...
Hate that.
Yeah, and, well...
When good mantises go bad.
Well, here... And, of course, to add insult to injury... Why might this be happening?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. It could be.
Zombies.
It could possibly be that we imported all these mantises into North America because we decided we didn't like some other bugs, so we'll import other natural predators. And what could possibly go wrong?
Right. Mantises.
Eating the brains out of hummingbirds. Like I said, I couldn't even show it because it was so...
Graphic.
It's right there. You can watch it.
Yeah.
You just be like, oh my. Like it was like the WTF moment of the internet this weekend.
You think they'll?
You think Trump is the WTF? No. It's right. And there's a picture. Oh my gosh,
it's crazy.
I'm telling you, man.
Mantises. Holy cow! This is a whole new. This is a whole new quandary for me.
Along those same... Now, I haven't read this one. Now, along those same lines, and I am not so sure this may be a hoax, but along those same lines, 90s kids rejoice the spider eggs they used to fill Beanie Babies are finally hatching.
What?
I don't know. This is
Spider eggs
this
and
is
Beanie
on
Babies?
Okay, this is on Clickhole, which is... I think we can show you that. But honestly, only if it were true, though. I mean, now that would be fun.
It's like Alien. A bunch of spiders come bursting out right there.
This is Clickhole. If you were obsessed with Beanie Babies in the 90s, get ready to fall in love with them all over again because the spider eggs they use to fill your favorite beanies are beginning to hatch. Collectors all over the country have been reporting the long-awaited day has finally arrived with brown recluse spiderlings bursting through the seams of Beanie Babies everywhere. Awesome. Jeez. Again, this is a Clickhole, so
wow.
I think, one...
the company that makes
we don't
that...
need to Snopes it, but...
right, the company that does it, Thai or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
That is evil genius level. I
love it, though.
They're sitting around some boardroom back in the 90s. What we're going to do is we're going to fill the bears with spider eggs. And in 2017, we will rule the world!
And if we had our O.C.D.,
yes,
or Oregon Civil Defense Team,
shoot down those eight-legged.
Solve that problem.
Yeah.
We'd be on it.
Lee Majors would have already kicked butt on him.
Give me that Beanie Baby. Oh, with his bionic arm, throwing it miles in the ocean, past Haystack Rock. Right out there in the ocean, it would go 2 miles. And the Beanie Baby. And
does he throw it in the ocean?
Spiderlings would and they drown.
Here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Lee Majors takes the bear, Steve Austin, and he throws it. Goes up in the air. This huge arc. You're like, wow, where's he going with that Beanie Baby? And it comes busting through the boardroom at the Thai organization, and it unleashes spiders on the people that created it.
I love it.
Yeah.
They should have put praying mantis eggs in there.
Ooh.
Again, that was Clickhole, by the way, the Beanie Baby. The praying mantis story
is
on
real.
The HuffPost. It's with photographic evidence.
Multiple source now, yeah.
But the Beanie Babies. I love the idea, though, of people looking at their Beanie Babies going, okay, so true story.
Ooh.
I have been to Arizona once or twice, flown through. When you fly, you kind of fly through Phoenix. Mm-hmm. It's a hub. But I once, years ago, a long time in a previous life, went down to the Phoenix, Scottsdale area around the holidays for Christmas. So it was an awesome getaway from Portland dreary holidays.
Right.
And 72 degrees and sunny.
Right.
Happy New Year.
Right.
And they have a big bowl, and we had a lot of fun down there.
Excellent.
And so they were telling me, and this is true, you get cactuses because people have cactuses. They got cactuses there, and what would you do? Like you have them here.
I believe in plural. It's cacti.
Cacti. So you do that, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure? Cacti or cactuses?
I don't know. Either
Both
one.
might be true. So you get a cactus and you put that in your house. It's a house plant. People have, even here. Okay. I'm such a green thumb. Mine die.
What?
Yeah, I'm so bad. My grandma.
Yeah.
Did you ever have this with the old people in your life, where you would walk in to like grandma's house, and it was like the lair of poison ivy from the Batman series? Like grandma would be like have sprouts coming out of her head and stuff.
I do remember that, hanging from hooks on the ceiling
Every
down, the little
freaking where was
planters.
a plant.
Uh-huh.
And hence bugs. It's like, how did you, and so I got to spray, and grandma's always got the spray bottle.
Yep.
And you'd get spray. Hey, grandma, hey, that's me.
Right.
You'd be like parting, you'd go to grandma's house and you'd be parting vines and stuff. Hey, grandma, where'd you go? Right?
Yeah.
It's like someone out of creep. Oh, there's a good plot storyline.
Could be
For a movie. Creepy grandma with all the foliage in the house that then becomes sentient and kills you.
Right.
And then you sing Suddenly Seymour. Suddenly
Little
Seymour.
yes.
So anyway, yeah, my grandma was like a green thumb like that.
Sure.
Like everything everywhere. Sometimes things don't pass on genetically. I kill plastic plants. No joke. I cannot keep anything alive.
Have you ever surveyed it? Why this is so? Do we need to come over with clipboards and figure it out?
It's like, sun and water. You need sun and water to live. Really? I'm sorry.
Right.
I was I was on my computer doing research about praying mantises or something.
Right.
Who knows? I don't know.
They could be hiding in your plants as we speak.
So I don't have a green thumb.
Yeah.
And I literally we've tried to cactus because you don't need a lot
Pretty
of water.
hardy.
Died under my watch.
No.
I know. Tears, everything, and it's just like, I'm sorry, I can't. Can we just get the plastic plants that require no light and no water?
Right.
Hence the ones hovering around Jason's head.
They're there.
The botany of IKEA. So anyway. So there was that. Okay. So I go down to Arizona.
Yeah, you're down in Monday. You're down in the desert,
and people bring cactus, very popular, and they have the big ones too. Like so, you go into someone's house and they have like a 4-foot cactus. Yeah, because they grow big there.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so the deal is, when you're in the desert like that, you need to buy your cactus from a reputable plant seller dealer. And some people will go out and go, well, I can just go. I went out here and I dug up a cactus and I replanted it from the outside into the inside. No, this is a very bad idea, Jason. Where do scorpions lay their eggs?
I don't know. Where do scorpions lay their eggs?
Cactus.
Really?
Yeah. Apparently, they
word.
like the cactus.
That's an odd place to lay some scorpion eggs.
You'd think it would be a
good
good place.
It's a thing, though, huh?
So what would happen, much like the Beanie Babies, people would have a cactus in their home, a big cactus, and it would start to vibrate and make noise and become possessed and explode. Yeah. And 1,000 baby scorpions are running around your house.
Awesome.
I know. That I was like, this is so cool.
Yeah. You showed up at Jenkins' house to play a rousing game of Jenga, and next thing you know, there's scorpions all over the place. This is great. I want to move to Arizona now.
I know, right?
Yeah.
And sell cactus to people with scorpion eggs in them. Well, don't know nothing. I don't know. Yeah, sure. There's no. It's cool. You like it. Right. And then they call you up screaming, screaming scorpions. Oh, my gosh. Another
snappy one-liner? Yes. That is love at first sting.
Oh.
What do you think? Yeah?
I like it. Yeah, we just another job to problem solve from the O.C.D. We'll fly down there. Over here, you got a scorpion problem. Meet Lee Majors.
Right, he'll take care of his scorpions.
So anyway,
he'll sting the scorpions.
And here's Klaus Meine.
Klaus.
I don't know why.
Get him, Klaus.
There are hurricanes here. Because
Right.
I will rock them.
Right.
And then go home. Coming home. Oh, my God.
Yeah. I like it.
There was a good thing in...
And this is a great future. I want to live in this future.
Artist uses 100,000 banned books to build a full-size Parthenon at historic Nazi burning site. Did you see this one?
Ooh.
Yeah, I throw this picture up.
I like that. That's making a statement.
We like it. Yeah, this is like this thing right here. Here it is. This is like a full-on Pantheon.
Wow.
All made of banned books. Right?
Nice.
Here's like a column.
Yeah.
Kind of like a metal and kind of what is that plastic crap that they wrap everything in?
Sure. It's like cellophane or something.
100,000 books, like full on, man. So what was this guy?
Wow.
Argentinian artist Marta I can't say his last name. Minoyin. Who's 74, has created a monumental replica of the Greek Parthenon from 100,000 copies of banned books. According to the artist, it symbolizes resistance to political repression. The Parthenon of books in Kassel, Germany. Kassel, Germany is part of the Documentin 14 Art Festival. In fact, it stands on the historic site where the Nazis burnt some 2,000 books in 1933. I think that's in that's like a famous scene. Oops.
Yeah.
Right. Isn't it like in Triumph of the Will or something? I mean, we saw that. There's film. There's famous, like when you go back and look at Nazi
Riefenstahl
stuff. Right. There's a
Lenny
thing where
Riefenstahl,
there's a big. A bonfire, and they're throwing the books in there.
Right.
Which, by the way, I always say, the moment you're burning records and books, the moment you're doing that, you're wrong. That's the worst thing in the world. You do not. It's the earmark of you're going
south. Yeah.
Yeah, you're going down. Remember, then in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
They're burning the rock and roll records.
Sure, the House
US?
of Un-American Activities.
Dear Lord.
Right.
I mean,
they're building. Yeah, they're burning records and tapes, comic books. Remember Seduction of the Innocents, right? Mm-hmm. The comics are bad. We got to burn the comics.
When did they burn them?
There was a couple bonfires. Yeah. Yeah.
Like it's like. I don't know. Don't buy them.
Right.
I mean, literally, I always thought, and it goes back to those Nazis. Like as soon as you're burning the books, records or whatever, that just shows that you've gone south.
You have.
You have. I mean, it's the world of ideas. You may not like the ideas, but so then don't. Or write a book against those ideas. If you don't like what's in the book and those ideas, write another book acting that. Right? But no.
No, they're just going to burn them.
Burn stuff.
They're just going to burn them.
Jason.
Yes?
We do have a news item here that I sent you over the weekend.
Okay, yes.
And I just wanted to get your take on this.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking once about the Inquisition, weren't we?
Because nobody expects the Inquisition.
That's right.
Yes.
So remind me about the Inquisition. So how did that work? The Inquisition.
Well, the Inquisition was formed
Catholic
to
Church?
battle the various heretics and heresies of the Catholic Church.
I brought up the Wikipedia. On that. So here's the deal. So then they had the Office of the Inquisition, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And then you told me that it still exists.
Believe it or not, they did. They just changed the name of it.
And the name is?
Defense of that's like something for the defense of the faith. Yeah.
Okay. Well, according to the New York Post, and I think this was actually originally in Italian. Of course, the New York Post picked it up. Vatican cops bust drug-fueled gay orgy at home of Cardinal's aide.
Yep.
This was the cardinal who was the head of the defense of the faith of the Inquisition.
Right.
Wow, what a party, man! Defending the faith and blowing off some steam. That's a dance party.
Right. I'm not going to do any snappy one-liners here.
No.
Not going to do it.
I don't know. I thought it was interesting. I mean, it makes sense. And I read, okay, so I read, this is like in the Cure, down the street from the Curia. Like, I actually read up on this. I'm like, okay, because you had told me this, and I said, what? And you said, no, the Inquisition, the Office of the Inquisition, there, it still exists in this name, the Defense of the Faith, the Office of the Defense of the Faith. And I was like,
Ratzinger headed that for a while.
Ratzinger was once Pope Benedict.
The 16th,
he was, I mean, and they have in this thing, they have cardinal, like you run it, you're a cardinal.
Yeah.
This story, by the way, you got to read this. I mean, they wanted to, the one of the guys they busted, they wanted to make a cardinal. I'm like, yeah, party on.
Right, let's just shoot him upstairs,
Garth, So they have this thing, and they write papers. There's like some theologians right now who exist that they've written position papers for or against. Some of which I was reading is one guy is a professor up in Canada, and they've pretty much written him off like no, this is not theology, but he still teaches something about the religion or whatever at a university. It's very weird, but they're the Galileo people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Come here, Galileo.
Right. Yeah.
Does not orbit the sun. No. It's like, but I have pictures of the moons of Jupiter.
We got equations and stuff.
No. Right? So, I kind of jerks. I want to say.
Yeah, they're
kind of jerks of the faith.
Kind of closed-minded, yeah. They're not exactly.
But they have like lawyers, scholars, cardinals, a big old office there where they do positions of the faith. I need to pull it up. But the Italian paper Il Fatto Quotidiano reported. The Holy Father, the Pope, is enraged since the home inhabited by Francesco Cardinal Cocopollimero's secretary belongs to the Vatican's Congregation for the Doctrine of the Faith. That's what it is. Congregation of the Doctrine of the Faith. The arm charged with tackling. Well, they're oh man, this is so complicated. Ratzinger lived in this home for about 25 years. Yeah. The Business Times. I mean, this is quite the story.
It is.
But, I mean, I was watching a documentary about the papacy and Vatican City and stuff, and they had alluded to reports about these, wild parties and things that happen.
Yeah.
And nothing, this is certainly not, if you're Catholic or whatever, it's like nothing. This is what happens when you have bureaucracy, lots of money, and lots of power.
Right.
Right?
Yep.
This happens in politics.
Yep.
We don't even know half the stuff that happens in politics.
No.
So, anyway, I just imagine, like, wild rave party, with the punch bowl and the pill
and the glow sticks,
I know, right? And I'm just like, wow, we're defending the faith, baby. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
Let's get invited to that party. Woo!
No.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I just thought,
Yeah, it's an interesting story, and I gotta feel bad for Pope Francis. I mean, he must what the heck is going on here? He
just wakes up every day as Pope and goes, "What the WTF?" It's
right.
They give him a new Pope hat with just WTF on it, right?
Right on his mitre, up to WTF.
Yeah. It's just like, well, it's a mess. It's a mess.
It is a mess.
Right? Well, he fired the guy. So immediately the guy got fired and demoted and everything, and then and then there was another guy who now is in charge of the thing, and you're just like, maybe, I don't know. Do you really need it? Who cares?
You need an Inquisition for the Inquisition.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
An Inquisition for the Inquisition.
Right. Yeah. Because they have to get to the bottom of that.
In other words, yeah.
I know. I was going to think of another snappy one-liner with that, but I couldn't.
It's just not. I mean, wild.
You got to get to the bottom of the people who are getting to the bottom.
Well, so again, like I said, power, money,
Yeah.
bureaucracy.
Yep.
You need the cleansing forces like the O.C.D, the Oregon Civil Defense. We don't come in here. We're going to line everyone up.
We're going to line everyone up.
We're going to defend the faith.
We're going to defend it with clipboards.
Oh, Jason.
Yeah.
The salute. The Benny Hill.
Oh,
You gotta,
that's perfect.
That will be the official O.C.D salute.
Yes.
Right?
Yes. It's got to be. And I'm going to throw down some would say it's a guideline, but no, it's a hard and fast rule. No goose stepping.
No.
No goose stepping.
No. Burning books.
Burning books, no.
Goose stepping.
Nope.
Two of the earmarks that you've gone south in your whole little setup there.
Right. You just pick up the little pamphlet. You know you're in fascism when, oh my gosh, they're burning books. I guess I'm in fascism. Or, ooh, I saw a guy down the street yesterday goose stepping. We must be in fascism. See, those are the warning signs, folks. Don't let your society go into fascism, right? Then there says, don't elect orange dudes with bad hit.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. Yeah. That's why you need the O.C.D more than ever. You need the Oregon Civil Defense. We're going to show up. We're going to deploy our missiles. We're going to walk around with clipboards. Okay, we're going to have cool, fun music in the background with guys holding ghetto blasters, okay?
You're supposed to say boom boxes.
Boom boxes.
That's like a...
okay, we'll go boom boxes.
That's not PC.
Ghetto blasters?
Yes.
Sorry.
Boom boxes.
That's just the way... Okay, stuck in the 80s.
That went out with the... Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That went out with
boom boxes, you're right.
90s. That went out with when Lee Majors was hanging out with Bigfoot.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of that, too.
No. There was so much weird.
We're gonna weaponize
news.
Bigfoot. We're gonna strap a Stinger missile on his backpack, and he's gonna be out in the middle of the forest.
I don't know Bigfoot is a dude. I thought isn't there Lady Bigfoot?
Sure, there's Lady Bigfoots and there's Kid Bigfoots too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We need to go on exploration. A California teen wins the lottery twice in 1 week.
Jeez.
Why? What's my problem? Right?
I don't know, man.
Look at this.
I don't know what's going on with that.
Of course, this is on CNN, the network that's about to fail.
Right.
I'm sorry. Don't get me. Okay, the whole thing with CNN going after that. It's folks, Joe and Mika, CNN. Take the high road, ignore it, move on.
Yep.
Report the actual news and what the government's doing. Don't get into little pissing matches with even the guy who's tweeting at you. Okay, just don't do it. There's no reason to. It doesn't. Oh well, we're defending it. So no. That's when you go down the path of you're not doing the right thing. Like no, you're telling us about a California teen that won the lottery twice. Good. That's great. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is not... don't get me started. I can't believe that everyone goes down. They take the bait.
Yeah.
They take the bait.
Yep.
Right? And the thing is the Trump supporters, they like it. They're like, yeah, take the bait. Ha-ha.
There is a big...
I'm out here. I'm swinging this out here.
There's a big wrinkle, though.
Whatever.
There's a big wrinkle. It came to fruition I think it started on Thursday or Friday, and it got more researched over the weekend. And this involves the CNN, the whole debacle at CNN too.
Well,
I guess what happened was someone mailed an anonymous NSA report to Rachel Maddow. Rachel Maddow's
MSNBC.
people. MSNBC. Rachel Maddow got a hold of it. Yes, hold on. Well, their people got a hold of it. They started doing the research, and you know what?
What?
It was a forgery.
Yeah.
Okay, now people are saying, what's the big... I'm sure people send forgery stuff all the time. Well, it goes back to where the NSA, when they print stuff out, they put like a watermark on it.
Yeah.
In a dot matrix thing.
They always do that, yeah.
Yeah, and the dot matrix thing was like forged but the document they mailed MSNBC was mailed to them after that lady who sent the original document got arrested, but before it leaked to the press. So everyone was like, where did this come from? It's got to be an inside job, right? And so there's been some breaking over the weekend that the CNN story and other stuff is generated fake news with the intention of discrediting media services.
Yeah.
You know? So anyway, that's the politics of the moment. We'll talk about that Wednesday. I've got a cool thing about that.
Yeah, and, that's in there. The Intercept, Glenn Greenwald wrote about it.
Right.
But I'm just talking about the taking the bait. And
I agree.
You getting all pissy about a video. And
I agree. Totally agree.
You could be like, well, expose this guy who's
diversion,
posting bigoted stuff and everything. Yeah, but he's a troll. He's a troll. The way to deal with trolls is you ignore them.
Right.
You do not shine the light on them, because what does trolling want? Look at
recognition.
Me,
yeah.
Put a spotlight on me, right? Until you actually out them, and then they're like, "Oh, right, okay, I get that. That's fine. I can get that." But still, it's like if you give trolls a platform, they're just going to keep doing it. And the whole thing was, it used to be back in when we were doing the future, back in the good old days. Remember what we would do with people who were like the equivalent of trolls that come out there and go,
we would send praying mantises after them. Well,
there was that too, but what we would do is we would laugh them off as a crackpot.
Exactly.
And walk away.
Exactly. See, and that's my answer to all of it. You can acknowledge it, but acknowledge it with 5 seconds of mockery, then move on.
Exactly. That's what you would do. You're like, oh, that crackpot moron idiot. Nobody listens to that guy. And then everyone would chime in and go, nobody listens. And then the guy would be butthurt and walk away, and then it was done.
Right.
It's over with.
Right.
But we don't have that now online. Now online, everyone's got to get into, oh, you said that, I'm going to get in here. I'm going to get in there. No. You're supposed to just laugh it off, ignore it. That's BS. Get it out of here. Goodbye.
That's what you got to do. Dude, give it like 5 seconds of mockery, then move on.
So they make some dude makes a little parody video.
Yeah.
The dude retweets it, right? Okay, whatever. We know that's happening, right? Twitter, 4 a.m., right? You could just ignore. I mean, that's distracting, right? You could actually watch what the Congress is doing and the laws and the Supreme Court and the stuff that really affects you, and you could just, I always forget. It's like, oh, I don't look at that Twitter account, right? Because it's like, what, unless at some point, well, I guess you could tweet, like, we are now sending the O.C.D. THAAD missiles directly to Pyongyang.
That's right.
Oops. Did you get the Twitter message, Jason?
Kim Jong. Oops.
Yeah.
Yes.
But anyway, and then the CNN gets into it, and then a guy like tells the thing, and then journalists they have to fire some people at the CNN there. It's like, what are you guys doing? Again, Pope hat, WTF?
Yep.
Because do you think like Huntley and Brinkley they'd have been like, those guys are crackpots, Chet?
Right.
That's right, David. Moving on.
Yeah.
In news in the Tet offensive, they'd be like telling you real stuff that was going on.
Yeah, Murrow, he's sitting there, and the most he'd ever give it was like when he was trying to light his 105th cigarette of the segment. He would probably flick ladder.
Yeah.
Yeah. And not buying it. And then he's moving on.
Boom. Not buying it. I like it. That's phrase of the day. I like that.
Right.
I'm not buying it.
Not buying it. And he's moving on.
That's all you need to do.
Yeah.
That's all you need to do. Everyone needs to adopt that phrase, I think.
Not buying it.
The phrase that pays.
Yeah.
I'm not buying it.
But everyone's buying it now.
No, I'm not buying it.
Good. Excellent. And with the O.C.D., we're making sure people don't buy it.
I'm going to use that. That's what
not
I need.
Buying it.
See, we give people
Hashtag,
tools.
Not buying it.
We give people tools. And
we do.
I need that tool. See, I needed that catchphrase.
Yes. Snappy one-liner.
Yeah. How I feel about these things, and you gave it to me. I'm not buying it. Grimace.
You can listen.
Wrestling video,
Right, yeah.
CNN logo.
Not buying it.
Tweet it out.
Yeah.
Then the CNN. I'm not buying it.
Right.
That's all you need.
Listen, folks, you can get through life, right? You can go far in life with a clean pair of underwear and a snappy one-liner, okay?
That's right.
That's what's going on.
I like that.
Yeah, not buying it.
I'm not buying it.
Because you can imagine something like Clint Eastwood, right?
I think you need to add the
Not
grimace.
buying it. But you got to grimace. You gotta,
Yeah.
yeah, Eastwood doesn't just gonna say it. He's grimacing. He's not buying it.
Those are, yeah.
Make my day. Not buying it.
That's
See,
right.
I like it.
That's right.
Yeah.
You know?
Not buying it.
That's all we need. That's all we need.
That's all we
and just
need.
all this crap, Joe and Mika, not buying it.
Not buying it.
All this stuff.
Gotta move on.
And all this, everything, the Trump 4 a.m. tweets, I'm not buying it.
Not buying it.
Actually, if we just responded on Twitter, everyone just with the hash, not buying it. Not buying it. Right.
We got to make this go viral.
Yeah.
Hashtag not buying it. Folks, if you're home right now and you're watching this show, and I know you are.
Yes.
What you got to do is get on Twitter right now and just put the hashtag not buying it. That's what you got to do. Simply. Not buying it. Let's make this a thing.
I like it.
Right.
I like it.
Hashtag OCD. Hashtag not buying it.
I think I might have to
hashtag grimace.
Get a Charles Bronson grimace photo, and then I'm not buying it.
Or let's go classic. Let's go real retro. How about a classic Richard Widmark grimace?
Wow, that's going old school.
He was a grimacer.
Old school.
Yeah.
Westerns and stuff like that.
Even Sean Connery. Bond grimace.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
I'm not buying it.
Well, From Russia with Love was just one long grimace.
Yeah, I know.
It's beautiful. Great stuff. Not buying it.
Anyway, it's part one.
Part one.
Grimace. I'm not buying it.
Not buying it.
Part two. What's Mitch McConnell up to? And Paul Ryan. Huh? See? Got you there.
Right.
And think about that.
Right.
Because that actually is important.
Right. Healthcare bill. Not buying it.
That's right. All that stuff.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Not doing it.
And that's the stuff that affects you, not tweets, not little matches between news organizations, which are supposed to be reporting on what Mitch McConnell and Paul Ryan are doing, instead of getting into, Twitter feuds or whatever.
Yeah.
Which is why I've stopped watching all these people or even caring.
Yeah.
I read the science news. I read the brain-eating praying mantises.
What's important, man?
Now, are you buying that? Maybe a little.
Yeah, you're gonna have to start buying it.
So speaking of CNN, the network that used to sit in a hotel while bombs were falling on Iraq, Peter Arnett, Bernie Edward, no, Bernie.
I know what you're talking about.
He was the anchor there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's Monday.
Pre-Wolf Blitzer.
I'm not.
Pre-Blitzer.
Wolf Blitzer? Here's my Wolf Blitzer. I'm not buying it.
Right.
Boy, talk about.
Although I kind of do like Anderson Cooper, though.
I do too.
He's growing on me.
Yeah,
he really is.
He just needs his own net. You know what? Just
Anderson Cooper Network.
Exactly. Just do your own. You look, Anderson Cooper. You could have your own network.
There you go.
Periscope, Facebook.
Yeah.
You do the thing.
Yeah.
What's his face over there on Fox?
ACN.
The dude with the eyes. He's got his own situation room Periscope thing. Shepard Smith.
Oh,
he's got some
Shepard
thing,
Smith,
and he's in the Star Trek Enterprise and the breaking news and the people with the thing. It's crazy.
I get some respect for Shepard Smith. He's a lone boat adrift in a whole sea of wackadoo.
He's a pretty crazy guy over there at the Fox. So according to CNN,
yes.
Let's see if we're buying this.
Okay.
Who hasn't dreamed of winning the lottery? Well, winning twice in 1 week. And this has happened before. You hear about people who win the lottery twice, and you're like, suspicious.
Yeah.
19 years old. 19-year-old gal.
Wow.
Rosa Dominguez.
Ooh, Rosa.
Driving home from Arizona when she stopped at a gas station and bought a few scratch-offs.
Arizona.
Exactly.
Uh-huh.
One of the $5 scratch-offs turned out to be a winning ticket worth $555,555.
Pocket change.
555.
555.
No, this is $500,000.
Right.
$500,000. Wait a minute. Do we have scratch-offs that are worth $500,000? $5?
No, I thought they only went up to like
apparently in Arizona
20,000 or
apparently
something. Yeah.
I know. Apparently in Arizona they do.
They're crazy from the heat.
Nice. $500,000. I was so nervous I just wanted to cry. Yeah, tears of joy. California lottery. Then days after winning over $500,000, she stopped at a different gas station, bought another $5 scratch off, and wins $100,000.
Wow, that's por el loco un calor.
What's she gonna do with the winnings? Go shopping and buy a new car.
Yeah,
All right.
sure.
You could buy a new Tesla.
You could buy.
Model.
I saw one of those driving around in Southeast Portland last night. Yeah,
not the new one.
Yeah, it looked brand shiny new.
Huh.
It was a sleek black looking number, and it was like, holy cow!
Well, that's the new thing. The new Volks Tesla.
Ooh.
No, this is the new one that's not sporty car. Expensive. You know they're expensive.
It looked like an electric car.
But this is the one that's the coupe, and I can't remember how much they're costing people. But it's like in line. They say it's in line with the typical brand new nice car. You know, we're talking under $100,000, under maybe the 30 to 50 range, something like that. So, but they can't make them that much. No. I mean, they're manufacturing,
right?
So that's an issue. But still. Electric cars, that's a good thing.
Hey, it was a sleek looking machine, man.
Yeah. Well, I've seen the sports car around.
Now this looked like electric car. It looked to me like a brand new sleek like Mercedes Benz or BMW, and it just
that is it.
It looked fantastic.
Yeah, that's the one. It's
all electric, man.
For the people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, to be fair.
Yeah.
Is it Ford? Who has the Chevy? There's the Volt.
Chevy Volt, yeah.
Is that the Chevy?
Yeah.
I've seen those. Yeah. They look good. Yeah, and it's so funny. The first time I ever saw it, they got like a gas, the little gas flipper, right? Mm-hmm. Right? Open it up. It's a big old Bendix connector for the, just like right out of the Jetsons. It's like, to plug it in.
Yeah, we're buying that.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Oh, man. Model 3. This is what we're talking about here. Let's take a look here. There it is. Ooh. Of course it's... Dude, what is with Google right now?
I don't know.
They're like showing me all CNN articles.
Wow.
Here. These guys are good. There it is. That's what it looks like. We're going to show the people. If I could do that. If you're watching there. Yeah, there's the Tesla.
That's exactly
Model 3. It. Is that the one you saw?
Yep. It was black like that.
There it is.
That's
it's
it.
A good looking.
That's
exactly. Looks kind of like a Beamer.
Yeah, it's exactly what it looks like. Man, it was good.
BMW? Wow, that's a good looking car.
Yeah.
How much money? How much do these things cost? What is the price tag? That's the thing.
I'm saying at least $60,000.
Yeah, I'd say so. Probably photos of Tesla Incorporated Model 3, and they've been promising this one for a while.
Yeah.
Fueled a small bump for shares of Silicon Valley. They're talking about their shares for Model 3. This is on Market Watch, which I believe is CBS. The first 30 customers will receive their Model 3s by the end of the month.
It's here.
And I'm trying to see. The Model 3, a sedan, expected to sell for around $35,000.
Not bad.
That's right in there with your typical nice car prices.
Yeah.
But let's see. They're trying to produce an annual rate of 500,000 by the end of 2018.
Okay.
So that's the thing. And they're all American made, aren't they?
I believe so. Yeah.
Now here, this was the story I actually saw here that I wanted to mention. In addition, in addition to the Tesla coming out, and Elon, he's groundbreaker. The Tesla to pushing the electric cars, right?
Yeah.
Emissions,
Yeah.
that's good. Volvo came out and said that in the future they're going to just make electric cars.
Nice.
Volvo.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that was the big news things for Volvo.
See, that's a future I can get behind. Electric cars. I mean, we don't need the
2017.
Yeah.
In the stuff we were watching about the future, they were driving the electric cars.
Right.
My guy who headed the UFO thing, and he. Oh my God! Do you want to talk about civil defense? Okay.
Yeah.
Secret organization hiding in a London Pinewood Studios.
Yeah.
Fighting the alien invasion and the UFOs. Come on. In 1980. Now that was the future, folks.
Yeah.
And what? They all had these they look like Teslas, too. I am convinced that Elon Musk watched all this stuff when he was a kid. I mean,
something influenced him.
Yeah,
he saw that.
He's making the Tesla sports cars that are all electric. Mm-hmm. He's launching his SpaceX rockets, which, by the way, since we've been on and doing our show, SpaceX has been launching. I watched another one of their launches.
Yeah,
that was one that they didn't bring back to Earth because they had to launch it so far. The satellite up so far and so high that they really couldn't get enough fuel to bring it down and safely land it, so they had to ditch that one.
Gotcha.
If you're shooting something up in such a high orbit, it's we can't. That one's not going to come back.
Right.
The last one that they did, they brought it back, and it had a real hard landing, and it was the SpaceX rocket, the Falcon 9.
Yeah.
It actually pushed satellites up into the highest orbit that they've done, and then brought back the vehicle back down to Earth and safely landed it. Mm-hmm. And they said it bounced, it hit, it pretty much crushed, but it landed on the platform.
Yeah.
But it also came down from a lot higher. It's physics, right? Yeah. The higher up you go, the harder you fall.
Right.
Imagine that. To wrap up, I'm trying to wrap my head around this.
Yeah.
We'll talk about this as I do more reading.
Okay.
The whole. Okay, we're talking about the future. Mm-hmm. We've been talking about the future and the future we're trying to put together here.
Sure.
Time travel.
Ooh, yes.
The past.
One of my favorite topics.
Right. Because what happens in the stuff with Star Trek and all that stuff?
Yeah.
Back in time. Right?
Yes.
You cannot get in a relationship with Elizabeth Keeler. No. You will change history.
Yes. Right.
I always wonder if there's some heavy-duty Star Trek fan out there. I drop a reference and they go, I know what you're talking about. Because then you have Keebler elves and
it gets messy
and stuff. It explains our alternate timeline. I'm really going off here.
All these people look like elves.
The JJ verse.
Oh yes.
Okay, so and we are always like science. We're like, well, that's an interesting proposition to somehow go back in time or influence the past. Time marches forward. That's
butterfly effect sort of thing.
Well, we experience time as a march of time. That's our own personal experience here on Earth, right? Yeah. And Einstein wrapped us around time and space, and time and space can be curved. Bending, if you travel at the speed of light and you have gravity, the clock slows down. So if you're here on Earth and Jason's over here flying around at the speed of light, and Jason comes back, and Doc Normal's an old man, and Jason is still as young as he was when he left, right? That's relativity. That's Einstein kind of stuff. And then we have the quantum guys. Okay. The Niels Bohr and those folks. And the Heisenbergs, right?
Yep.
And the Schopenhauer or whatever. And they're like looking at the little electrons and all this stuff, and they're the Large Hadron Particle Collider out there as CERN, finding new stuff, right?
Yeah.
I wonder if they just say that. If they just say the S word. We have found new SHIT.
Right.
That's like, okay. This is some new stuff. But anyway, they found a new charm particle.
Yeah.
Which I think is hovering around here right now somewhere. Whatever that noise is. They're coming to get us. Get your helmets on. So it's
the invading army of praying mantises.
I read this thing.
Yeah.
Proposing a new theory. With the math.
Yes.
And these are some theoretical physicists.
Mm-hmm.
Even philosophers are getting in on the game, which I find interesting. But this is an actual proposition to they have the letters of physical papers or the papers of electrical physical. You look it up. It's where the physics post their stuff.
Right.
The hell is that noise?
I don't know.
And so
it's the apocalypse, dude. The O.C.D. we're launching as we
up
speak.
Above us is finding new particles. So what happened is they're proposing. So you see, this is something to get into at 1:59, but we'll do it anyway.
Sure.
There's this thing that the quantum guys came up with.
Yeah.
And this is true. If I perturb or observe a little guy here, like the state of an electron or something, and I observe it, there's another one over here that's entangled.
Mm-hmm.
And if I do something over here, the other one over here is in the same state.
Yeah.
It is what Einstein called the spooky action.
Mm-hmm.
Einstein did not buy it.
Einstein he was not buying it.
He wasn't a quantum guy. Mm-hmm. He was a relativity guy. He was the father of relativity, really. Mm-hmm. And so he called it the spooky action because it makes no sense. Now, we know it's true because experiments have been done.
Yeah.
And there was a famous experiment with light and slits that show that this thing actually is true, that they influence each other.
Yes.
And then you got Schrodinger's cat, which is a whole big thing about, is it dead? It's in both states.
He wasn't very good to animals.
No.
I'm calling shenanigans on
like
Schrodinger.
Both states. So you have this spooky action.
Yeah.
There are experiments. It actually can be proven, not just theoretically, but in experiments.
Yeah.
It is the idea of quantum communications. The Chinese, recently, there was in the news that they had actually done an experiment. This would be like instantaneous internet. This would be like you'd be on the moon and send me a text message, and we do it through the quantum entanglement, and I would get the message instantaneously, no lag.
Yeah.
Bam.
Yeah.
That's what they're proposing. That could be a use. It's crazy. It's crazy to think about because it doesn't make any sense. It didn't make any sense to Einstein. So physicists now are saying, there's a lot of open issues as to why would nature work in this way? So they're suggesting that perhaps it has to do with a recursive reality. Recursive. So in other words, somehow, if you observe something in the present, it could influence the observation of the past. I don't know.
That is interesting.
Wrap your head around that. We'll have more on that. That was just a little...
We'll present that to Jay-Z next time he's here.
Yeah.
We're going to get his take. We're going to get a millennial take on this.
So look up that recursive... what do they call it? I should at least tease what it is. I thought... So
I read a little bit about it, and I kind of glazed over it.
Yeah.
It's
is it recursive...
I think you're right. I think that's correct.
Recursive formula. But what they're proposing is that... no, it's not that. Trying to see here if nothing ever works when we're on, when we're online, where you want to look up something. Counterintuitive mathematical result.
We'll have it ready to go on Wednesday.
Yeah, just look it up. They're talking about. I actually, it's like I get it all in the weekend, and I'm like do and all that stuff, and then I totally come in Monday and I try to drink coffee, and my mind goes to a complete freaking blank.
But to the defense, when you're having sort of grand thoughts like the O.C.D. and Lee Majors and praying mantises, heck, everyone's going to get sidetracked there. Einstein would get sidetracked. Schrodinger and his cat would get sidetracked.
So just
off that.
Just to be clear.
Yeah.
And this hit the news wires over the weekend. A new quantum theory predicts that the future could be influencing the past, folks.
Yes.
Are you kidding me? Quantum physics has spawned a share of strange ideas and hard-to-grasp concepts from Einstein's spooky action. It's actually spooky action at a distance, is what Einstein called it. To the adventures of Schrodinger's cat. A new study lends support. This is theoretical, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Lends support to another mind bender. The idea of retrocausality. That's what I was looking for. Retrocausality, which basically proposes that the future can influence the past, and the effect, in essence, happens before the cause. You
there
got that?
Go. Yeah. It blows your mind. You wrap your mind around that one.
Well, so I am convinced then that we're on the right track. So we're here. We, Jason.
Yeah.
We are here influencing the past.
We are. We're not only playing for the now. We're not playing for the now and for the future. We're playing for the past too. All three.
Not only that, we're going for the one. I don't know. All right. Enjoy your future.
Yes.
Couple of days to influence your past.
Right.
Couple of days. Stay safe out there.
And we will see you again in a couple days. Also, which could be last week.
That's right.
Think about that.
I'm loving it. I'm leaving it right there, folks.
Right.
I'm leaving it right there.
Right.